Hi everybody, my name is Sarah Pearls of Wisdom and Food on both YouTube and Facebook, but you know that. I don't know why I keep saying that. Make me stop. Anyway, hello. So I was listening to these two women talk about how food ceased being their 24/7 obsession. And of course, there's never any humor lost when you think that women spend an hour and a half in this podcast talking about food is no longer an obsession. I mean, really, it's like if I told you I was not obsessed with food, you would say, really? Because every time I turn into you, you're talking about food in one way or another, eating, making, shopping, prepping, planning, tracking. Yeah, I never stop thinking about food. I wake up thinking about food. If it's not for me, it's for my job. And I'm in the big food push today. Today is my shopping day. BJ's, Shaw's, and Stop and Shop. Some of it alone and some of it with two clients for a life skill event. And it's fun. So anyway, so they're sitting there talking about it. But then this is two women that met online, and they were like remarking to each other that they met and they began to Facebook message, YouTube message, and then it turned into the private message and the texting, and then the phone calls, and then one day they met, and then there they are in the studio making this podcast, and how they were like laughing because they were saying it's kind of like dating and, romantically. And you kind of meet somebody and you feel them out and you go from there. And it's like, absolutely. And in my other way of life program that I'm in, I met 6 women, I think, online. It was like a match-up program. And to connect you with women with like issues, not unlike here, and we email every single day. And some have dropped off over the years, and a couple of new ones have come on. And now I have a few from doing this that have turned into the daily emailers. And it's so hard to find friends locally, as a lot of you know. And so to be able to tune in here or to go on to a Facebook page or a YouTube podcast and read the comments below, or the groups that are on Facebook, you start realizing that like I have more in common with these people than family members and those around me in my everyday world. Nobody eats like me in my workplace, and there was one new one that just recently started about a month ago, and she was all talk about eating the way that I do, and so far I've only seen her have the window crumble up the bag at the end of the meal, white bread, yuckums, sodium takeout meals at lunch. So not really like she's bringing in her little glass jars of things or her napkin for her fine dining. Right, Joyce? So anyway, and I realized that fills a huge need inside of me to have all of you pickles that I can talk with, because I am talking with members of a tribe, and and it is like a successful date, in a sense that we just haven't met face to face yet. But, we share so many things in common, and it's like the search is over. And because it's not that unusual, so many of us are so cray-cray busy with our lives or our schedules. And it's like, if I wanted to talk to somebody, it's so much easier by text or email, because I'm up between 2 and 3, and this is when I get my answers back to people. And the rest of the day, I can't when I work. I just simply can't. There's just too many needs and phones and busyness and people showing up with donations and just, it's just not an appropriate place, and my head isn't there because I'm old brain, old brain. So I can only do like one thing at a time. I'd rather do one thing well than the 6 things I used to think I could multitask and get it all done. So I do have to sometimes stop and concentrate in a job that has no beginning or end of the needs. But here it's done. I can come here and do my video in the morning, and then I can go on to my Facebook, my Yahoo account, and answer emails, and go on to Facebook and YouTube and answer comments there, and make new friends, and we share the same sort of thing, the same successes and the same frustrations, like my new Weight Watchers scale. Why did I ever buy it? And no, I'm not thinking about food 24/7, just so you know. I'm not. I'm thinking about this damn scale for at least 2 hours of the day. I don't know why I got it. And I actually looked up how to recalibrate, right? And it's like, take 30 pounds of potatoes. Oh, okay, I'm on a low-carb, high-fat diet. I don't have 30 pounds of potatoes. Take 30 pounds of flour. Yeah, as if I've got that going on either. It's just so funny. It's like, well, I don't think I'm going to be calibrating it the way that they say. I'm just really thinking that it got dented, and dinged, and maybe thrown down the stairs by somebody else because it doesn't work that well. And that's how it ended up back at Macy's, 40% off. Oh my God, I didn't save the box, and I didn't save the receipt. Of course. It's like all the other receipts that I have for things I'll never return, don't need to return, don't want to return. And then I've got this stupid, dumb Weight Watchers scale that makes me weigh what I weighed when I started Weight Watchers, for goodness sake. It's so bad. Oh my gosh. So anyway, friending online, it just works. It works for me. I feel so comfortable with my little pickles, all different kinds, and we share our part a lot. And that gets us through the day, because I know that somebody can Facebook message me and it comes in like a text, and it is easy to answer a text during work. I have to admit that. But the whole phone call thing, I can't. Plus, I can't hear as well on cell phones. And my hearing's going because I'm an old lady. And I don't know. It's just not as easy as a text. And they can immediately say an emotion, and I can immediately identify with them, whether I'm in that place or not. I am very familiar with that place for one reason or another. And so I just love that. So making friends here online, it's just the way that we are. It's just, sometimes we don't really have as much human contact face to face with people that plug right into us right from the start. And it's just so nice when it happens. And so to those of you that I'm already rather intimate with on private messages or text or phones, anything like that, the emails, I am so grateful to have you, because you've kept me sane in an insane world. And I know that I can text one of my friends about a video that I just watched or something like that, and somebody that's obsessed with junk food, and I can go into Stop and Shop and take a picture of that item and send it to her and ask her how many of them should I buy. Because, if I become obsessed with this item and want to eat the entire thing, will 6 be enough to get me through the binge? A little facetious, of course, but don't we need a little black, dark, gallows humor with all of this food thing? Think of this. Think of how silly all of this is. It's like they're going to weigh our cadaver. She died, and she weighed more than she told the people at Weight Watchers, or she told the people here online. Isn't that funny? It's like, really? And you could just sit there and think, in other cultures or other places, what is 10 pounds difference on your body? Well, we know, because we're women and we're kind of all about that to the end. And some of us are obsessed, and some of us are pretty darn casual about it. I don't think I was as obsessed until I got this Weight Watchers scale. So, so much for my joke about, I'm still doing Weight Watchers. Yeah, meaning the scale. Thanks a lot. Anyway, my pickles, have a wonderful day. This has been Sarah. I think a full moon's coming. Can you tell by the way I'm acting? So make your friends online if you have to. It works for some of us. Hope to meet some people that aren't online that you can have as buds that you can identify with. We just need a place to feel connected. In our busy world, sometimes this is how it happens. It happens for me between 2 and 4 in the morning. Then I take my wacky walk. And for some of you, you wake up and you listen to me at 8 a.m. and you feel like you're sitting there having coffee with your gal pal. And that's how it is. And I love it. Thank you so much. Couldn't do this without you. Tune in again for more of this Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Bye-bye for now.